Well, whatever it is, it has nothing to do with American Chicken Bunker. We produce only high-quality, chicken-flavored foodstuffs.
Good afternoon. We are now out of work and at the gym, and I'm seeing that the back of my steering wheel is getting a little rough. That's what happens when you get a used car, but an affordable price. But anyway, today is chest day. I still have the sunscreen all over my face because it actually is a bright sunny day today, and it was a bright sunny day outside at work. So now we are going to go to the gym, do some hard cardio, hit chest, and I want to try and get everything done before 4 o'clock so that way I can quickly shower and get to the cinema because I really want to see the movie Nobody 2. So I really got to get on the bounce and get this workout done and over with. Now, let's get into it. It's Discount Tuesday, that's why I want to see Nobody 2 and still get home at a reasonable time. Anyways, let's get in there. Pew. So I wanted to talk about anime again because I started watching Goblin Slayer recently and I am really liking it, surprisingly. I know that the series ends before the story actually can end because I think the manga and the light novels are still going on, but the anime unfortunately wasn't that popular, and I think that prevented it from getting all the seasons that it could have. But anyway, aside from that first episode, which is really a doozy, I think this show is actually pretty goated. The Slayer, he's basically the Doom Slayer of this universe, or the guts of this universe. And I said before that anime really isn't my thing, and I still don't think this will change that. But I do really enjoy it. I have very specific types of anime that I like to watch. I enjoy Berserk, but that's more so the manga because the Berserk animes haven't been the best. They're okay. I even liked the one that had that weird animation style because that one was actually following the story outside of the Golden Era arc. And I tell people this all the time. Attack on Titan was one of the things that really got me into fitness because I just thought Aaron Titan was so cool looking with how athletic he was built that I was like, okay, I want to look like that because that is awesome. I mean, Attack on Titan is more so a horror anime than a straight up action one, but still, that was a huge inspiration of mine. And I even like more light-hearted anime. Like, this show is a little dark, but it has its light-hearted moments. Yu Yu Hakusho, very heartwarming in a weird way. Because it's not mean-spirited. There's action and violence in it, and there is dark themes, and there is death, but the overall story still feels happy. There's never a downer. It's one of my actual go-to shows for just wanting to be put in a good and better mood, even if I do think that tournament arc lasted a little longer than it should have been. Yu Yu Hakusho is still my favorite anime of all time. That, Trigun, Vash the Stampede is one of the best characters of all time. I haven't seen the reboot of that yet, and I even like the Devil May Cry 3 anime that came out years ago. That was a lot of fun to watch. And the Highlander anime, there was a Highlander anime movie, and I think that's one of the most underrated movies I've seen in a long time. And it's actually one of the best movies in the Highlander series, period. So, if you want a good anime that not a lot of people have watched, check out that one. So I didn't make it for the Nobody screening at 4:30, and that's fine. If I was going to try and do that, I'd have to rush through the workout, and I don't like rushing through workouts at all. I'd rather be honest and take time to do them properly. Anyway, I gotta get back home and make some supper, probably some ground chicken, maybe some American Chicken Bunker, I don't know. But anyways, let's get back home. And I am back home, obviously. As you can tell, I changed my hairstyle because that hairstyle I was wearing in the car is something I always tried to tell myself that I am going to think I look good in, but I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I think it depends on how my hair is looking. If my hair is actually looking more wavy, it doesn't look as good, but I had it like that on Sunday, and it didn't look too bad, but my hair was a little bit more straight, so maybe that has something to do with it.
For naturally beautiful hair.
But for now, I'm just rocking the standard middle part. Anyways, I still haven't eaten supper yet.
Some good fucking food.
I still gotta cook that, eat that, think about what I want to talk about tonight.
It doesn't matter!
I think I actually want to talk about meme coins because it's a little bit of an outdated topic, but I've been thinking about it for a little bit, in more so why people would consider buying them. Because I know what Bitcoin is, and because that's like that's like basically just legal tender now, just a replacement for the dollar. But meme coins, I don't get them. So maybe I'm going to talk about that a little later, or I'm going to talk about something a little more fun. We'll figure that out as time goes on. But anyways, I got to make my supper, and I also got to make one of my nightly green drinks. I bought one of those green powders, not AG1. I can't afford that. They were actually having a sale on this one at the grocery store I go to. It's normally $30, but it was on sale for $8. So I'm going to give that a try. Like I said, maybe eat a little bit of chicken tonight. I also have some other meat I can try. It's up in the air, but we shall see. Out. Peace. So I'm watching Pawn Stars, and someone here is demanding some attention. Hey, so it's actually the next day after I already recorded that whole video, and I just wanted to say that I did a lot of deep thinking about what I'm about to talk about next, which is meme coins, and honestly, I don't understand a bunch of legal stuff. This is mostly just my overall opinion about meme coins, why I think they're dumb, why I think they're stupid, why I think you shouldn't invest in them, and also me still defending Haley a little bit. Even a Boogie a slight bit more, or not more than Haley, but I still defending him a slight bit, but not too much. But don't take it too seriously, because outside of knowing that they're bad, I still know the whole legal in and out of meme coins. But I hope you enjoy it. Screw it. I'm talking about meme coins anyway. So, I was watching Scott Schaefer, and he was talking about Haley, or some people know her as the Hawk Tua girl. And his video was basically saying how she was found innocent and all that stuff. At least that's kind of what I got from the video. I could be a little bit wrong about it, but I'm going to come to her defense a little bit. Check this out. Hear me out. Check this out and hear me out first. When it comes to meme coins, unless you're chronically online, like I am, and like most people kind of now are loosely, or most people in the nerd conglomerate are, you know what a meme coin is, and you know they basically have no value. I mean, that is and isn't true, because things that have value are stuff that you are willing to trade. That's what money is. Money is just the thing that we all agreed to trade, and that's legally what we use as trade amongst everything. That's even what the government steals from us in our taxes. But we can just easily say these donut holes here are what we're going to trade for another copy of Poultrygeist.
Well, whatever it is, it has nothing to do with American chicken bunker.
That's all you're doing when you're giving someone money, is you're trading the money for that product. And the thing with meme coins is that they don't really have much value, and that's kind of thing is I don't know why anyone would buy a meme coin, because it's not like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin has developed over time its value, and its value has gone up. It's basically digital gold at this point. But with meme coins, everyone should know they're a joke.
Try again.
At least that's kind of how I always saw them. So the fact that people buy them as if they're going to be something as a value to trade, I guess if you're not obsessively online as some people are,
There's no rules!
you're not really going to know nor think about it. And with Haley, this is where I'm coming to her defense a little bit. She was more so just the spokesperson for this other group of people who were actually creating and selling the meme coins. And apparently before the Hawk Tua situation, she never had much social media, if at all, from what I remember hearing. And so she probably thought meme, Bitcoin, put them together, and that's what she was creating. Her own specific, she thought she was creating her own sort of Hawk Tua Bitcoin. And that's my loose defense. Now, ignorance is not an excuse, not completely, but to at least defend her a little bit, I gotta give her some leeway on that. Very young, she's still an adult, mind you, but probably has no idea what big memes are, probably only knows about Bitcoin through proxy. These are just me giving her the benefit of the doubt, where she didn't know that hair looks cool right now, kind of, where she probably didn't know all the ins and outs of meme coins, don't know what pump funds are, to explain what that is. A pump and dump scheme is a fraudulent tactic where the orchestrators artificially inflate the price of a stock or other asset by spreading false or misleading information only to sell their own shares at a high price, causing the value to plummet and leave other investors with significant losses. And if you've been on the internet long enough, you know what a pump and dump fund is. You know, my brain farted for a moment and I forgot pump and dump. Even though it rhymes, I should know that. Yeah, but pump and dump funds, that's mostly what meme coins are, for the most part. I mean, there's even that one with Boogie where that's one of the more infamous ones where Boogie made a meme coin, I think it was called Fatty Coin, and he got into a bunch of controversy about that, and even Coffee Gazilla called him out on it. With Boogie, though, there's less of an excuse. He's chronically online. He knows what this is. So he should have known that he was going to get into extreme hot water for that. Again, he's not the one who created it, but he knows that that type of stuff is borderline a scam, in my opinion, at least. And when it comes to Boogie, when it comes to Haley, these two people are spokespersons for these products, right? These are people who are just advertising this product. And how often do we ever hold the people who are in those commercials accountable for advertising a product and then that product kind of sucking? Not really. No, we don't ever, at most, they'll probably come back and say, hey, that sucked, I'm sorry. But for some people, this is just a job. They need to make ends meet, and they're just getting some money without knowing what the full product is. And they know what the loose product is, and then they try and sell it. And that's all the others. They're spokespersons, and they're advertisers for this product. And that's what Haley and Boogie were in this case. Haley, like I said, she probably had no idea what a meme coin was. Boogie should have known, and he should have known better. And again, a lot of meme coins come down to, I don't know who's buying meme coins. I genuinely don't know. Why would anyone buy a meme coin? If I bought a meme coin, I'm buying it because I'm like, okay, this is a funny thing I have now. I'm not buying it because I'm expecting to trade it off or anything like that. It's not like a Bitcoin where there are technically, I believe, and I could be wrong, but there are very technically limited amounts of Bitcoins, and the value of them is going up and up. Or something like gold or silver, where you have an actual product that has value that people want to trade. People don't really want to trade meme coins. Sort of like with NFTs. no one, like, because NFTs were trying to be the next Bitcoin, but even when I first heard of NFTs, I was like, that sounds silly. Again, like, all this comes down to, these are different variations of what money is. NFTs were supposed to be basically tradable assets, and as far as I know, they're not really a thing anymore. Bitcoin, I believe, like I said, is still something that has value to it. But NFTs were basically, as I see it, proto-meme coins. I don't know when the first meme coin was, but a lot of the time it's like if I'm buying an NFT, that's just something I'm buying because if I were to buy one, I never would. It's just a cool picture, really. That's all. Like, the fact that people would... the thing about NFTs is people were treating them like they were high-end works of art. And it takes skill to draw those things. I'm not going to say they're not. But you can just screen cap those images. It's not like you can get... It's not like it's something that's as protected as a physical piece of art. Like, if I got the original picture of the Poultrygeist art from Troma, and I had that framed and signed by the original artist, that would have value to it, right? But me just screenshotting the picture of Poultrygeist, the Poultrygeist cover art online, that doesn't have any inherent value, and that's where NFTs went wrong. I mean, if they would have treated NFTs like, you know, digital Pokemon cards, something like that, where you didn't know what NFT you were getting, and then you were the only one that could see it, and you could only show it. There would have to be this, like, weird thing that you could do to make the NFT only have value to the person, to where the program would not let you screenshot it. But I know that certain video players, you can't screenshot an image from the video. And I don't know if computers can do that. Forgive me, I'm not that tech savvy. I'm tech savvy enough, but I didn't go to school. I'm not going to school for computer sciences, mind you. But again, it's like, maybe it's because I am chronically online. Maybe it's because I know I pay attention to internet drama like that I know meme coin means no, and if I am getting one, I just think it's funny. But I'm not buying a meme coin because I see it as having any specific value. Like when I bought Earthbound, I bought Earthbound because I wanted to play it, but I bought Earthbound because that actually does have value. Meme coins really don't. So anyway, my roommate came in and he asked me what I was talking about, and I told him I was talking about meme coins, and even he doesn't really know what it is yet. So there are people out there who still don't really understand meme coins or digital coins, things like that. And that gave me a little bit of a initiative to look up, why would someone who knows what they are buy a meme coin? And good old Reddit. This one stood out to me. It's the first comment I saw. Of course it's a trap. Luckily, however, I plan on selling it before that happens. And they're talking about how they plan on selling the coin before the dump and the pump and dump happens. And someone even brought up there's FOMO and just really goofy things like that. But how often have these meme coins ever had any genuine value to them? Again, it comes to that one comment where the guy said, I'm going to sell it before everything goes wrong. It's like, at a certain point, you just got to know you're not going to win this. This isn't designed for anyone to win. Like, even in gambling, it's designed to win every now and again. The house will always win in the end, obviously, but when it comes to meme coins, the house will always, that is literally the house always wins. So there's no valid reason to waste money on meme coins when there's genuine things you can buy, you know, like gold, silver, food for your family. That's what's more important. You can kind of be like me and be a mildly nutsoid doomsday prepper. I mean, doomsday prepper with close running. More so prepping for if another shutdown, lockdown happens. I got a bunch of food, but not really a lot of food. That's not where I keep it, by the way. I don't tell anyone where I'm actually keeping my locked up food. I'm not that dumb. But just don't waste money on meme coins. It's not the treasure of Sierra Madre. It really isn't. And like that was why I was looking up the treasure of Sierra Madre, because it just got me thinking of, like, you know, the gold rush and things like that. I was like, that movie was great, and I want to look up the scene where the prospector was dancing around. And because the reason why the prospector is dancing around is because he's calling the guys that are with him dumb because they don't realize that they're standing on gold. But in this, you're not standing on gold, you're standing on crap with meme coins. Meme coins are always going to go wrong. If you're going to buy a meme coin, which you shouldn't waste your money on it, but if you're going to buy a meme coin, buy it because you think it's funny. Don't do it for any other reason. That's the only valid reason anyone should buy a meme coin. And even then, that's a, liberal definition of valid reason, because it's just a waste of money. And if you want to waste money, buy a video game, because at least there's entertainment value in that. Maybe buy some snacks, have a little bit of fun. But meme coins, buy a movie, because at least you have a physical disc if you buy them physically. Buy Poultrygeist. Everyone should own a copy of Poultrygeist. And here's the thing. This DVD of Poultrygeist has more value than a meme coin. You know why? Because there's only 15,000 of this collector's edition DVD. And I have 1,981. So there's still a good chunk of them out there. But, I don't know if they're all sold out by now. But these have more value than a meme coin do. Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, exclusive 3-disc collector's edition. Comes with the movie. Comes with the documentary Poultry Motion. And comes with the soundtrack. This has more value than a meme coin. Instead of buying a meme coin, get the exclusive 3-disc collector's edition of Poultrygeist. I promise you'll be much happier in the end. Poultrygeist.